I'm joined here today by Israel Adesanya, who of course is coming off a big win over Derek Brunson at UFC 230. Israel, what's up, my man? How are you?
Gravy. Just been doing the media stuff again this week. So, yeah, another day in the life.
Of course, man. And so how's life going so far? Obviously, you're coming off the big win. It seems like the fans have started to take notice. How have things been going?
Things have been good. For me, I've just been rolling with everything. I've kind of just slowed down my feels, my heart rate, because I'm not trying to get caught up in all this. So I know it's my job, so I'm just getting it. I'm just living. I'm just doing me. But everything around me is changing fast. But I'm keeping that same energy.
Of course, man. And so we know that whenever I ask you about your past performance, you're always, super critical. I don't think there's anyone more critical than yourself. But how do you look back at that performance against Derek?
That was it's a good fight. I was like a B minus and give it, but that was because I couldn't really get my striking off the way I wanted to because he was trying to just close the distance, and my footwork did pay off in the end, but it took me a little while to get it going. So, yeah, it was a good performance. I'm happy with it.
And did you expect the fight to go down that way? I mean, I'm sure you were imagining it, the different outcomes. Is that the way you saw it going?
One of the ways, like I said, his chin's not the same like it used to be because he gets knocked out every single time he fights almost. So, yeah, I knew if he survived round one, he'd get stopped in round two. But it was a big if because his chin is very, very non-existing.
Of course. And have you seen any changes with the way the fans look at you? I mean, obviously, they know your story a little bit more. I'm seeing a lot more videos of you everywhere. Have you seen a change there?
Yeah, definitely. People were starting to try and jump on the hype train, if you will. We don't stop. We keep going. So, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I just keep doing me. Everything else changes around me, and there's all these people trying to position themselves, trying to get their foot in the door. But yeah, we're all right. I'm just gonna keep going, keep doing me.
And how's your social media looking? I mean, it seems like you're getting a lot of stuff on Instagram, a lot of stuff on Twitter. Has that been changing too?
Yeah, well, I mean all that means to me is more money. So
that's right.
Right now, after the fight, what I like to do, I call it farming. So I get a lot of content going, a lot of stuff on my social media, just kind of keep my face in people's minds, So I'm farming, I'm cultivating. There's a reason I've never ever bought followers. I've never ever paid for none of that shit. All my social media is organic. It's all word of mouth and organic. And now it's just it's hitting critical mass every fight because it's just exponential growth, and that's all from farming. I know this game. I've done this for so long, so yeah, it's nothing new to me.
And so we know last week you had a meeting with Dana White. What was sort of going on there?
I was just talking about business, what we're going to do next. So he had his ideas, I had my ideas, and we kind of came to an understanding that my idea was the one, and he likes it as well. He sees it as the next move. So he's pushing for that. We're going to see what happens if the other guy says yes. If he says yes, let's go. If he says no, we keep moving anyway.
And so we know one of the stories that sort of popped up was they kind of, if I got this right, they asked you to be the backup to that title fight, and then you said you weren't interested. What sort of happened there?
Yeah, it was mentioned, but I'm not saying I'm not interested. Excuse me. I'm saying I'm not interested. I'm just saying my plan's way better than being a backup. Yeah. They can put me a backup, honestly. So we'll see what happens. I don't really think. I can't say too much. Just in time, everything will be exposed.
And so, speaking of that title shot, I'm sure you've sort of taken a look at that one. Who do you have winning that fight?
Robert. I have Robert winning that one.
And how do you think he gets it done? Do you think it's going to go to the distance?
Yeah, probably decision. I think he'll get it done in the decision. Kelvin's is a hard guy to finish. Weidman took care of him, finished him, but I think Robert gets it done.
And so, speaking of fights, of course, we know Dan Hooker, your teammate, he's also got a fight coming up. He's got a lot of stuff going on, actually. Have you been helping him out with this camp?
Yeah, I mean, I came back. I hit the gym for him because he helped me out with the Brunson fight. Even he was throwing, some fucking weird, shitty loop strikes to mimic Brunson. And, yeah, I've had to, dull down my stand-up IQ to mimic Barboza. So I'm throwing a lot of stuff at him that I normally wouldn't throw myself. I'm just doing it to help him get ready for what Barboza is going to do. So, yeah, we help each other, right? This is what the team does. I'm not one of those guys who just shows up when it's my fight and then fucks off when I'm done. I help my teammates out because they help me out.
And so, do you believe that you're next in line for the title shot? Of course, you know some things that we don't, but the way things are going, do you believe you're next, or you still have a few more fights to go?
Well, let's just put it this way. The next fight, when it happens, you guys, it's going to be historic. It's going to be something crazy, and I can't wait. And after that, I'm going to let it be known I'm next. I got next in line. So, yeah, everyone else can take a back seat.
Of course, man. And so we know that you wanted to take some time off, of course. I mean, 2018, 4 fights, 4 big wins, of course. When do you have an idea when you'd sort of like to return?
Can't say, because I'll be giving too much away.
Yeah. Of course, man. So I heard you were going to take some time off, just not giving anything away, of course. But what do you sort of plan to do with this time? Is this just a moment to relax and sort of regroup, or what do you plan on doing?
Yeah, I was going to relax, go to Europe, reflect, have fun. I'm still going to go to watch my friends get married in Ireland, but then I'll be back because I think this next fight is really important. So I'm going to... excuse me. Yeah, I'm just going to get back to the gym. I'm already back to the gym anyway, so I'm just going to keep doing what I do.
And so you mentioned you're coming to Europe. Obviously, do you have any plans to come to France?
That was one of the plans I was going to do. Is that where you're based?
Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm asking.
So, yeah, I was going to do Ireland and France, then London, then Amsterdam for New Year's. So that's sort of out the gate now because I've got, let me see, I've got some other shit planned. There's some bigger fish to fry, if you will.
Of course, man. Well, of course, if you come down to France, you hit me up if you need someone to show you around, I guess. I'm here.
I appreciate it. Un petit peu en français?
Bien sûr.
Yeah, I don't like high school French. But yeah, next time, definitely, I'll be, hopefully next year in France. Well, we'll see what happens first. I'll plan everything out after this next game.
Of course. And so 2018, I mean, we're sort of getting to an end. Like I mentioned, you have 4 fights, 4 big wins. I mean, you keep growing with every one of them. You made your UFC debut. It was obviously a big year. How do you sort of look back at this year? Did it go the way you were hoping for?
It went better than I expected. I thought I'd probably have 3 fights this year, but I had 4. So, and I'm now in the top 5 or whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. So, yeah, I think I'm the breakthrough fighter of the year.
Of course, man. And, of course, I can't argue with that. So, looking ahead to 2019, I just have one more for you. How do you see that sort of year going for you?
I'm going to take the belt next year and then keep moving from there.